guys, hope you're doing well today. I wanted to share with you a video, and this occurred to me not long ago. I was trying to think about something that was a little bit different, and it occurred to me, I haven't compared and contrasted an original scent with a clone in a while, and so that's what I wanted to do. It's a direct comparison, so let's get into it. Now, this is one of the Maison Margiela fragrances. I have Jazz Club up here on the shelf, full-size bottle. We've talked a lot about that on the channel. One of my very favorites. This is another Maison Margiela fragrance that's very popular. This is by the Fireplace. Now, this is just a sample, but it sort of gives you that image up there, tells you a little bit about the fragrance, and that's typically what you will find on the bottle itself. You'll have a little bit about the originality of it, the provenance, the fragrance description, the style description, etc. It indicates really that it's supposed to obviously evoke the feelings of being in front of a fireplace. Very woody. There's guaiac wood, there's Peru balsam, and there's cedar wood, just a whole host of things. But there's also a gourmandy type accord in there. So here we have the original, okay, again. Now I'm going to compare that to Woody Chestnut. Now this is from Dossier, who, if you've been on the channel for any length of time, you've probably heard me talking about. It's one that I'm very fond of. I have 6 or 8 of them. It's primarily a clone house, I would say, although they do have a few original fragrances out now. Now, the note breakdown, as you probably know if you're familiar with this, and I've mentioned it here on the channel, is right up here at the top of the label. It's a very nondescript label. I mean, it's very bare bones, but one of the things I do like about it is that it has all the notes, top, mid, and base, along with the name of the fragrance itself right here on the label, so you know exactly what to expect. Now, up top, and again, this is the same for both of these, we have pink pepper and orange blossom. So it opens with a little bit of sweetness, a little something extra, but quickly evolves into that very woodsy type, just again, sitting in front of the fireplace, very cozy, very comforting sort of thing. Chestnut, again, another star player in there, and we have some vanilla in the base to sweeten it up. So these note breakdowns are very, very similar. I was researching both beforehand, and they seem to be spot on. Now, I'm going to start with the real deal, so to speak. This is the replica, and again, this is just a little sample. Picked it up along with some other fragrances a while back, but let's give it a little squirt. Oh, I'm definitely picking up woods right away. I mean, it just brings to mind that feeling, that sensation of sitting in front of the fireplace. It's very cocooning, very warm, etc. Really nice, and that smokiness just really kind of comes through, hits you right away. I mean, those top notes are there, I suppose, but what I'm getting a whiff of even now is just that woodsy, that chestnut sweetness, that smoky sort of feeling. So very evocative of just being right there in front of the fireplace. Let's give this a whirl. And you can see I've used a pretty good bit of that down to about right here. I've probably used about, 15% or so. Let's give that a whirl. Okay, that's good. It is good, okay? But I would not say it's a spot-on clone. And I've heard that this is the case with a lot of the dossiers. I have a few that also have the real deal, so to speak, and ones that I'm quite familiar with that I've smelled in other places. The word that I've heard, and I would agree with this, is that the dossier fragrances are good, but some are not as close, let's say, to the original as maybe if you're looking for a clone you would like. Okay, so keep that in mind. I like this, but I would probably place it in about the 70% range in terms of the similarity to By the Fireplace. Now, I would say this could probably stand on its own 2 legs. So if you're looking for something in that range, in that vibe, in that ballpark, this definitely will fit the bill. This would run about $30. You know, if you get a few of these in one order, you get a better price. So about $30, and that is about a 15% concentration, which would probably fall in the eau de parfum category. This is the full bottle, like my Jazz Club. This will run you 115, 120, maybe a little more for a full bottle. They, I believe, are all EDTs. So keep that in mind that the staying power may not be quite what you're looking for with the by the Fireplace, just because of the concentration being an EDT. So this will get you in the ballpark, like I said, for about a fourth of the price, roughly. But it's not going to be a spot-on clone, 90% or above. I would say, you know, just from that squirt, along with having worn it on other occasions, you're probably looking at about a 70% similarity. So keep that in mind. But it is a reasonable alternative. So again, by the Fireplace, Mesa Margella, Woody Chestnut by Dossier. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you haven't yet subscribed, why not hit that subscribe button? I'd love to have you along. And, you know, I put out several fragrance videos every week, and I'm always looking for something new and exciting to share. So if you haven't yet subscribed, love to have you as a subscriber. All right. Well, have a great rest of your